Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. So, we have had our first video of the 23-24 season talking about teams concerning starts. Last year it was Vancouver, and this year it's Seattle. Seattle has been the team that has shown me a little bit of concern so far with their overall season. And, it's 3 games in. They're 0-3. But it is a concern in how they're playing in these 3 games. It is definitely a concern. So, obviously, they're 0-2-1. They have 1 point in the standings because of their overtime loss. Um, However, those losses have not been very good for them. A 4-1 loss against the Vegas Golden Knights to open up the season. It's the first game of the year. Vegas is at home with their Stanley Cup raising banner celebration. Nothing too huge there. Then you lose 3-0 to Nashville. Nashville's a team that isn't really looked at to be competitive, and you can't even score on them. I know Saros is a great goalie, but you can't even score on them. That was a concern that I had with Seattle. I thought they lost a lot of depth in the offseason, lost a lot of key players. They got some guys back, but it may take a little bit of time before the chemistry clicks. It might take a while. And then in their third game, they lost 2-1 in overtime against the St. Louis Blues. So that tallies up for 86 shots against in 3 games. Now, that's not that bad. It's not like, I'm not trying to say that, that's a horrible stat. A lot of the teams have that number usually. But 93 shots for the Kraken in 3 games as well. And only 2 of them have gone into the back of the net. That is brutal. And early on, that's already been the problem for Seattle. It looks like it's goal scoring. Like they can't seem to score in these first 3 games. And yes, one of those games is against Jose Saros, but you're playing against, Aiden Hill, a lower skilled goalie, Jordan Bennington as well. You're playing against goalies and teams that you should be scoring on. You should be being more offensively efficient. And that could just be the beginning of the season woes. It really could be. It could be just the start of the year and they're thinking to themselves, well, we're starting off slow, but we'll pick it up. That could be what is happening here, and they're just starting off really slow to the year. But maybe I'm not panicking here. Or maybe I'm panicking here too much. Sorry, I don't know what words are. Maybe I'm panicking here too much. But maybe there actually is some genuine concern with the Kraken scoring. So you look at their stats so far. I did the top 3 scores. You got Jaden Schwartz leading the way with 3 games played, 1 goal. That's it. For a -4 as well. So he's not been very good on the ice plus minus wise. Jared McCann is up next then there. 3 games played, 1 goal. That's it. Those are your only 2 goal scorers so far with a -3. And then you got Jordan Eberle, who through 3 games played has 1 point and 1 assist for a -2. So that is your top 3. Not fun. And yeah, it's 3 games in. I know. It's 3 games in. I know you're probably saying, Nordic, why are you jumping the gun on this? Seattle's going to be fine. But people are really hyping them up. And just through these 3 games, I haven't seen much of effort or an impact, to be honest with you. Now, Philip Grubauer is playing very well. Grubauer, 0-2-0 record, a 2.55 goals against average, and a .918 save percentage. That's not bad numbers. If you look outside of the 0-2 record, he's put up solid numbers for a goalie who's faced about 60 shots, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's just been absolutely brutal for Seattle. They just can't seem to not only find the back of the net, but stay competitive with these teams. It's been really difficult. There are a few games in there, in the Nashville game and in the St. Louis game, where they're out shooting, but they just can't seem to score. And I think, again, that could be their problem this coming year. Now, another problem they faced is Brandon Tanev's going to be out out 4 to 6 weeks. That's an issue there, too. Tanev, I feel so bad for the guy, honestly. He has been through so much as a Kraken forward. He's gotten hurt every single season. It's just been absolutely horrible for him just to stay consistent and healthy, and I hope he's going to be okay, but, it's really rough to see Tanev go down. But, yeah, we're gonna need to see some more offense out of Matthew Beniers. We're gonna need to see some more offense out of the other guys in this roster. But obviously it's only 3 games in. However, their schedule doesn't get a lot easier when you look beyond that. Their upcoming games: they play Colorado, they play Carolina, they play the Rangers, they play the Red Wings, they play the Hurricanes again, then they play the Panthers, then they play Tampa. In those 7 games, 6 out of 7 are playoff teams, or at least were playoff teams last year. Detroit not being one, but they're looking solid through the first couple of games. Yeah, that is something I'm a little bit concerned about there. When I look at Seattle, they're going to be playing a pretty hard schedule, even after playing two teams that weren't in the playoffs last year, and obviously the Stanley Cup champions. But their schedule's not going to get any easier, so they need to figure it out. The hope is they will win soon. If they keep losing, then that is definitely going to become more of a concern. And you can look back on this video on how correct I am. But maybe they'll go on a win streak. Who knows? But obviously, playing teams like Colorado and Carolina, that's going to be very difficult games for them to win. But I do think that, with that being said, it does give them the opportunity to gain a lot of momentum if they win those games. So yeah, overall, a shorter video for today. It's been a busy Monday. But yeah, Seattle, obviously, a concerning 0-2, 0-3 start. I can't talk. To the 23-24 season. Hopefully, they can turn it around in the coming games. But regardless, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.